vocals are over and screen is on. I think everybody's yep, nameplates all look good.
Look good to me.
All right, here we go. All right, let's see here. Let me pull up my notes. All right, guys. Campaign 2, The Veiled Chronicles, Echoes of the Shattered Talisman. In the dawn of time, when the cosmos still cradled the newborn stars in their celestial dance, there existed two entities whose essence defined the balance of existence within the realm of Iridan. Detricia, revered as the benevolent embodiment of life, nature, and peace, and Krakoth, an enigmatic deity consumed by greed, chaos, and the insatiable thirst for power. Originally bound by an ethereal love that intertwined their domains, the harmony between Detricia and Krakoth sculpted the very fabric of the world. Yet, as eons unfurled, the tapestry of creation expanded. A tempest brewed within the heart of Krakoth. His desire for dominance and envy of Detricia's revered grace kindled a dark storm within him. His desire for dominance and shattering the tranquility. Oh, wait, hold on. I feel like I just skipped something. His desire for dominance and envy of Detricia's revered grace kindled a dark storm within him, shattering the tranquility of their divine union. Driven by jealousy that festered into insidious hunger and for supremacy, Krakoth, in a cataclysmic upheaval, rent the once unified continent of Iridan. The land splitter, as history would come to echo, tore the land masses into fragmented pieces, birthing Oquan, Excelia, Ordolan, Velush, and Krakas. Distinct continents, each bearing scars of this divine rift. Centuries later, as the dust settled, when the world of Krakas was but a raw canvas waiting to be painted, civilizations emerged from the chaos, each vying for dominance over the land. The Darius dynasty, born in the harsh northern wastelands, rose to prominence as bastions of strength and order. Its cities, fortified against the elements and steeped in tradition, stood as beacons of guardian civilization amid the untamed mountains. Meanwhile, the stone-wrought dwarves, stalwart guardians of the Ironspire Mountains, carved out their own realm beneath the earth, mining for precious ores and forging for mighty weapons to defend their ancestral halls. Yet even as these civilizations flourish, whispers of an ancient evil stirred in the shadows, foreshadowing dark times to come. That was known as the Ancient Era. The Age of Discord. A century later, the Age of Discord descended upon Krakas like a storm, bringing with it strife, turmoil, and the clash of steel upon steel. Territorial disputes raged between rival kingdoms, fueled by greed and ambition, while arcane practitioners delved into forbidden magics, seeking power at any cost. Amidst the chaos, the Dragonborns of the Darius dynasty, proud and warlike, waged campaigns across the lands, their armies sweeping aside all who dared to oppose them. Yet, beneath the surface of these conflicts lurked darker forces, unseen and insidious, laying the groundwork for horrors yet to come. The Dreamstalker Crisis. And I'm going up in lore from the beginning to current. From the depths of darkness emerged the Dreamstalker, a malevolent entity whose very presence heralded doom and despair. With his legion of twisted minions, he swept across the lands like a shadowy tide, leaving naught but fear and suffering in his wake. Heroes and champions rose to confront this existential threat, rallying the disparate peoples of Craycast to stand against this encroaching darkness. Yet, even as they fought valiantly to stem the tide, the whispers of greater conspiracy began to surface, hinting at the true nature of the Dreamstalker origins and the sinister machinations diving into his terror. In the aftermath of the Dreamstalker crisis, Greycast entered a period of relative peace and stability known as Pax Arcana. With the threat of the the Dreamstalker seemingly vanquished, I should change that in my notes, the realm experienced a renaissance of culture, commerce, and arcane knowledge. Mage academies flourished, attracting scholars and practitioners across all the lands, while the trade routes opened up new opportunities for prosperity and exchange. Yet beneath the surface, this newfound tranquility, tensions still simmered. Old rivalries and grievances threatened to erupt once more. Amidst the whispers of this peace, those shadows, they still stir, foreshadowing the trials and tribulations yet to come. We are, here, let me go, in the vast continent of Craycast, where these ancient mysteries and dark secrets lie hidden beneath the surface, and the balance of power teeters on the edge of a knife. For centuries, this land has been scarred for conflicts, both mundane and supernatural, leaving its mark on the heart of its inhabitants. In the northern reaches, the dynasty ruled by the iron-fisted monarchs dominate the wastelands, and their hunger grows. To the south, we have the shimmering seas and the abundant land of prosperous reach, where whispered tales of forgotten treasures and untold riches draw adventurers and fortune seekers from across the realm. From here, I want to pan from a narrative to a movie-esque kind of introduction view, where you guys as players are now looking out the eyes of a crow who is flying off the north hillside of Aquanor and shooting down by the coral castle and diving up and then straight down where he goes into this district of docks and houses and just weaving in and out, in and out, in and out, almost getting swatted a couple times before he breaks past the outer boundary and spreads his wings out and just shoots straight up. And you can see a ship docking on the outside of the dock ward that bears the flag of Oquan, and it's surrounded by several smaller ships that bear the flag of Aquanor. This is stocking shoots back down, and you see it come around the east side of the dock of the stilts, shooting in and out, and it hits this big galleon ship that is just built into the docks and shoots up, and you can see just hundreds of people all over the place. As it comes back down and enters the merchant ward, you see it shoot through some back alleys. It's dark. And then as it lands at these big wooden doors that you guys know is the doorway to the Vald Agency, you see it shift to a different perspective now from the ground. So it makes its way up, maneuvering through the building. It gets to a chamber. Figrin, please, you want to tell me, you want to do your description? As this mouth breaks through a dimly lit room that has a table at the far side. Just behind the table is another series of doors, which you guys all know is the master chamber. This is where missions are talked about, and you're kind of like in the waiting room, but the only ones in the waiting room are Figrin, Killian, Celeste, and Otto. So let's start with Figrin. Go ahead and give us your description.
Figlan is sitting on the floor, kind of crisscross applesauce, book open, constantly making notes. He's this one is a large, tall, amethyst purple dragonborn with long horns that cut. You can see like they like separate and are floating within still within that horn shape, but you can see that there's visible space in between pieces of the horn, and there's little amethyst like little horns floating around his horns. He wears black robes, no clothes really underneath, some pants, but no shirt underneath his robes. Just black robes that hang off with like a tall collar, maybe slightly embroidered with gold on it. Yeah, Figurlan is studying in his books.
And Figrin, what is your passive perception?
Hold on a moment. Turn down the music. I don't know if it's me. Noah's saying I'm quiet, but it might just be me.
Okay, no, I'll turn you up.
You're kind of quiet.
Okay. My passive is 10.
Perfect. Okay. Next to Figran is Otto. What do we see as we pan into this room?
Otto is a very well-dressed, dapper, small rock gnome. Has a delightful little cap in his hand. He wouldn't wear it indoors. That'd be obscene. And you can all imagine what it looks like yourself. He might look a tad nervous, or a tad disinterested, but regardless, he's quietly standing there, maybe a bit fidgety. And let's say today's outfit is shades of plum, very fine, multiple layers.
And what's your passive perception?
That is a wonderful question. It is 12.
Perfect. All right. Killian, you're on the other side of this room. from Figrin and Otto. Celeste is next to you. Why don't you go ahead, Killian, and
Yeah. So, as you'll see, Killian is leaning against the wall, kind of just spinning his shield on the ground. You would notice Killian is a short but stout dwarf with a big bushy black beard with speckles of light kind of shining from the beard. His eyes are a deep blue that almost seem to glow. And he'd be wearing a real dark chainmail with one moonstone in the middle seeming to emit light.
and what is your passive perception?
My passive perception is 15.
All right, and Celeste.
Awesome. So Celeste is a female drow dressed in a grayish gi that has a really deep cut in the front, but she has a very muscular body with rippling muscles, which seems a little abnormal for a woman, but that's what she has. She has wrappings around her muscular forearm on both sides. She stands about a little above average for like a human height, about 5'7". She has very bright silver eyes that seem to glow a little bit. Very white hair that is like braided and pulled back with some falling in the front. She stands with confidence and poise, and seems to just kind of register the people she's looking at. Like sort of what a guy would do. Like, I could beat him, I could beat him. She knows within a couple seconds if she can actually like take you on without actually doing it, sort of thing. And then so she would be standing next to Killian, kind of silently doing sort of like Tai Chi movements with a little quick, or like a little like, just a little show off, not really, am I showing off, sort of thing.
All right. And what's your passive perception, Celeste?
13.
13. Okay. At this time, Killian, you notice like this tiny mouse like squeeze under the door as he begins to shift into this half-elf male, dressed in like woven, like natural, like a natural armor with some feathers and other adornments. He has a cloak as like he makes a couple steps and he comes out of his shapeshift. You see him open the door, just not even looking at you guys. Open the door and say, "Thaddeus, they have arrived." And as he opens the door, all of you can see into this room. You can see Thaddeus, the overseer, the leader of this branch of the Veiled Agency. He's in just fine robes, very chiseled features, a little bit older, but still in amazing shape. Wearing the Veiled Agency colors, and on his chest you can see this emblem. Hey Tim, could you drop that in handouts for me? The thing you did, because I don't want to.
On diaries or on handouts.
Yeah,
Handouts.
just do handouts. We'll have to create like another. We'll have to change this or reset the sub channel for chats for lives. But Tim, all right, thank you. You next to him, you see Captain Valen, who you guys know is the chief strategist in the Aquanor branch. Befitting his station, he has a very striking figure in a tailored black coat adorned with silver embroidery and fastened with these intricate clasps. A rapier hangs off to his side, and he has on his chest piece, like his shirt, the Veiled Agency logo. That's at that far end of the table. To the left of the table is Cyrus. What does the group see?
Sorry. So Cyrus is a purple tiefling. He has kind of these gold sigil tattoos all over his body. Kind of only thing that's visible right now is just probably his hand and face. His eyes are a very dull gold. And he has short cropped white hair. He's also wearing a black robe right now, but if you look, he's wearing leather armor.
Awesome. And what's your passive?
Oh, not great. 11.
11. Perfect. And across from the table to the left of Captain Valen is Nyx. Nyx, welcome. And why don't you go ahead and let the team know what you see. And also, all of you guys, the previous 5 members, you have seen each other, right? Like in daily passings. This is the first time you guys see Nyx.
And as you look at Nyx for the first time, you will be looking at a purple tiefling with 2 stubby horns just barely popping out of her head. She is, again, purple. The most noticeable feature is her tattoos on her face. They seem to draw just a line to all of her best features. Her eyes, there's some glimmering, makeup that draws you into her purplish eyes. You'll notice that she's wearing a choker, which very much complements her shoulderless dress, drawing attention to her strong defined collarbones. And you get where I'm going here. She is looking good. She is dressed to impress here. And as you see her dressed, she is wearing a dark gown with hints of gold, a little bit of puffs that are coming out from the sleeves. Her hair is just a wash of this same dark purple. It's kind of strung up in impossibly intricate braids that must have taken thousands of bobby pins and at least several hands to put together. It looks like she has spent some time getting ready for today.
And Nyx, what's your passive perception?
My passive is 12.
12. Perfect. Thank you, fellas. So, Thaddeus, after Talon opens the door and leaves it open, and you guys all see what's happening in here. Thank you, Talon. Agents, enter. And he calls Figran, Otto, Celeste, and Killian into the room. You guys now see this massive table with these chairs along the whole thing, like velvet, plush, comfy chairs, all with the Veiled Agency logo burnt into like the upper back part. Please join us. Take a seat. Figran?
How many chairs are in the room?
Oh, there's probably a dozen, but there's 6 of you, and then the Thaddeus and Captain Valen, who sit at like the head of the table, and then Talon stands like behind in a corner.
Frigrin will wait for everyone else to sit down, and then find a chair as far away from them as possible.
Okay.
Quick question: how high is the seat back on these chairs?
I mean, probably like 14 to 22 inches, and then there's like a gap below it. You know.
Tough to do the retro in on that.
I mean, I was just trying to figure out an idea. Celeste will look over to Killian and hey, you want to go in there? I think it's our time.
Yeah. Let's go. And he'll kind of shuffle in.
Filter in. Auto. Figrin. Find your seats. Figrin, you're at the far end of the table.
And I don't think Figrin doesn't really look up from his book, though he'll glance up at the leaders, like kind of a.
You guys feel a bit of tension, like as you step into this room. Thaddeus snaps his fingers and raises his hand, and the arcane light just brightens up a little bit, so it's not as gloomy. Looks at he looks at all of you and says, "Thank you for answering the call tonight. I fear that we may have a mission for you lot. Cyrus here has brought us some valuable information, and Captain Valen is he thinks we should move on it." And he goes, "Yes, Thaddeus." As you hear him like, "Agents," this is like voice is low and commanding. "Our intelligence have confirmed the presence of the amethyst gem within the walls, or within Aquanor. And we fear a notorious den of thieves is going to try to take it from the owner. What we need to do is take it before them." She like stands up and he like goes and in the most supervisor like respectful way, he'll put his hand on Nyx's shoulders. Like his left hand on your shoulder. "I want to introduce you to Nyx. She is from the Meldoria branch. And she will be running this mission."
Mix will Kersey.
I want to tell you what it is that you will be doing and who you will be maneuvering around. He's gonna look at Cyrus. "Cyrus, how is your undercover going with the Ember Cartel?"
It's going. All right, Andy.
Yeah, I got it.
we-
I got it here. Okay. Here, I'll do it this way.
Oh, did you change the name? Because I thought it was.
Yeah, I did a little bit, and here, hold on. Let me do this, and here, I'm gonna just go to, where is Chance? No, yeah, right here. Bam. Okay. I just dropped you. What we know is the prince, the third prince of Oakwan, is now on Aquanor boundaries, within Aquanor boundaries. He's a big boy, a Luxodon noble, very extravagant, and he loves the fighting pits at Shipwrecked and Respite. Yes, very trained guards, and he's led by Captain Dulsa, a lion folk that's very keen and dangerous. They have been here many times, but we fear with Cyrus's information, the Ember Cartel is going to try to take the gem or something of value, and we cannot afford to lose this. And as he says that, Figrin, you see Thaddeus's eyes kind of look down at you. And Thaddeus chimes in and he goes, yes, recently we have recovered the talisman, the Chronolock talisman. This artifact holds the powers to keep beings that we do not want to roam our lands behind those doors. It was lost in the Age of Discord, but we have located it. We have it, but we are missing parts, and we believe the gem on Prince Cal is one of the gems that is needed for this talisman. Cyrus, you tune in now, and you know the cartel members that are working on this. You know, and you can let the guys.
Here. The only ones that I gotta read on who's in on this. X. He's a skilled rogue. Her expertise is in infiltration. There's Lysandra, who's an enchantress, very good at manipulating minds. Bethos, who's kind of the bronze of the group. X is also kind of the mastermind, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah. He's the Ember Cartel's huge. This is one section, one squad of it, and you've been in with them. However, you were not a part of this mission. Like, they left you out, as you know.
I do have some of the details regarding their plan. Not 100%, but
Yes.
their heists do happen during when the prince is at the Shipwrecked and Respite. The cartel, they plan to infiltrate the tavern, guises, and have a simple distraction, grab the item, run. It's pretty simple, but that's what also makes it easy.
Talon chimes in at this point and he says, "Hi, yeah, the Shipwrecked and Respite, full moon, That's when they do the big fight night. So they must be planning for that. Oh, it's got to be a couple days away.
Killian will nudge Celeste.
Thaddeus.
I'm already on the roster for that one.
Yeah, Thaddeus looks at all of you, and he says, Captain Valen and I have been experimenting, or at least in the thought process, of taking members of our parties, of our special groups, and blending them into one and letting them work together. This is earlier than we hoped to start this trial. But the realm needs you. And this is changing for whoever gets their hands on this. If the cartel can get their hands on this gem before we can, then they'll sell it to the highest bidder, and I guarantee you the cultists that you guys know will be in on that. Then Captain Valen kind of steps in. And that's why we're not going to wait for the fight night. Prince Kale, he arrived tonight. I'm sure that his evening will be with some rum and then a long night's sleep. So what I want you to do is get familiar with each other. And then I want you to go down there tomorrow. And I want to see if we can get our hands on this before then. Thaddeus snaps his fingers, and out of it apparates this blue gem. He sets it down, and he kind of pushes it towards Figrand, sliding it. It's like it doesn't touch the table, it hovers just over it. And Figrand just, you kind of look up and catch it. This, you need 1 minute, 10 rounds. It can copy an object, and even the owner cannot tell. And Captain Valen chimes in. So you understand. Just so you understand. And he puts like both hands, like fist on the table, like trying to give like a very stern and imposing father look. We cannot be a part of this. There are no deaths to be involved in this. This is all about being clever and using your abilities to the max. Because I tell you, if you guys make it past this, again, guarantee you'll need to do it for every mission from here on out. So, no killing people, no getting kicked out of the tavern for uses that you shouldn't be using. And he kind of looks over. All of you notice him specifically look at Killian as he says this.
Celeste to nudge him.
One fucking time.
Is this something? Is this quest? Are you up for this quest? And he's gonna like give a good look. Are you ready to be real agents? That'll.
Uh, sounds easy enough.
Otto's gonna sort of elbow nudge Fig, roll his eyes. Clearly
Big
wasn't
will like recoil a little bit, doesn't want to be touched, like but he'll look at Otto and like nod.
desperate if they want us to work with a bunch of wet work.
This one is not a field agent. The Glad is research and study. And this whole time, and as soon as Big grabbed the gem, he looked right back down into his book, and he's not looking at anybody. He has not looked up since. Where will the Figland sleep? Figland's bed is here. Figland's books is here. This one is not comfortable.
Thaddeus stands up, not imposing, but like gentle, like nurturing. Figran, you can stay here. It's only an hour walk. Once you get a good rest. All right?
This one finds that acceptable.
Agents. And then he turns to all of you. I give you the quarters. What we have, which is very basic. I suggest you talk amongst yourself. And then get a good night's rest. Because if you don't succeed tomorrow, then it will be intercepting the Ember Cartel on the night of. Those are our two options. We are all in agreement, yes? Nix?
Aye.
Cyrus will nod his head.
Nix,
Yes.
you come with high praise. I must tell you that not causing a stir is the biggest thing. I would rather not complete this than have the team be spotted. I look to your perception and influence to make sure that the valid agency goes unknown on this.
I can do that.
All right. Thaddeus will get up. As he walks past Otto, he'll just kind of like rub his shoulder a little bit. Talon follows Captain Valen, and as Talon follows Captain Valen, you guys see him start to mock Captain Valen's walk a little bit before he notices that you guys notice, and then like exits this. And the six of you now are in the main chamber, and I almost want to take our break there and then come back into that scene for you guys. Is that okay? All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Here. Bam. And vocals are muted. are live. And all right, we're back. All right, so fellas, as we come back from break, Thaddeus, Captain Valen, and Talon leave the room. You guys have like a drawing of what the Shipwrecked and Respite is, but most of you know what it's like, and you have a layout of the first floor plan. Amongst these notes before we start, you will see that the front, which is the bow, is the bow the back, or bow's the front?
Bow's the front.
All right, so the bow notes that you have is employee lodging. Like they have their kitchen in those levels. It's a lot of focused towards the actual functionality of the ship. To the stern, where you have the massive, I think it's like 5 stories of rooms that are behind, outside of the main floor. And the top floor is one room that has like a 360 view of Aquanor and its beauty. And in the notes for that is the 4th and 5th floor are only accessible from 2 windows or stairs. And there's stairs on the left and the right side going up. Those are the only exit points and real information that they have for this. But the door closes. You guys have some floor plans and pictures and some information on the scene. So I'll leave it to you guys. As you all stand there in that awkward moment of silence, looking at each other and...
Well, you're quite the eccentric bunch, aren't you? Can you tell me each what you're good at so we can figure this out?
Killian will stand up.
I guess we can start with you. We can start with you, I guess.
I like to make sure people don't die.
Is that it?
Yeah, for the most part.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
He just sits down awkwardly.
Iris, I'm good at infiltrating. Stealthy bastard, and pretty damn good on a front line in a fight. So,
and you over there with the white hair, you as well. The white hair, what's with the white hair? You both look like you can kick each other's asses. Is that true? You look like you're about to sign up for that fight.
Celeste will stand up and Celeste at your service as she like sort of bows. She'll bow down like facetiously, mocking her a little bit. And yes, I actually am going to be in the fight, and then the ways of shadows are the way that I do things too. And she will like as she like punches her own hand, it'll be like she's rippling shadows until she like impacts her own hand.
Great, not scared of that at all. And you, one with the pocket watch.
Oh, right. I'm. There's probably some mistake. I'm not really sure why I'm here. But I'm pretty good with I can make things, I can fix things. I like to build and create things. I like to know how things work, and I like to stay safe and conduct my research without getting in the field with a bunch of um killers.
Well, it's good for you that this one over here, and Nix points to Killian. He is pretty good at protecting. So I would say stick close to him. He can help you. And I think there was one other who didn't want to go out and help. I'm assuming it's
that's
you.
Nick.
You in the you with the book.
The Gran is smarter.
What was that?
This one is smarter.
Smarter than who?
Well, all of you, obviously.
Okay. Oh, all right. All right. Well,
It's up for debate between he and I. I mean, we
So,
can go
let-
around.
let me get this straight. Between all of this, we got someone who can protect. We got two people who, well, one that can fight, one that can infiltrate. We've got one that knows how to create things, and then one that's just smarter than.
I can also kill.
Well, I mean,
Cool.
I'm pretty smart too.
Okay, so it sounds like we got a lot of brains and a lot of brawn. In this room full of all of us, there's got to be a good plan here.
Well, there's also the bit that I'm a local celebrity at the Wreck and Respite. So, I mean, there's that. I already knew that the Luxodon was gonna be there. I got the tip off. So I have a little bit of some pull.
She's got the in. She's got the in.
I'll kind of like awkwardly raise my hand.
It-
And,
You don't have to raise your hand.
okay.
The Gran actually
you
likes it if you raise your.
All right, I guess you have to raise your hand. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Nix, they left you in charge. Any insight on a plan of what to do, on actions we should take?
I don't know if you were just here like 5-10 minutes ago when they just said the objective was to get the gem and to pretty much not get noticed and to hopefully do it before the other group takes it. So outside of that, I can't really do much for you other than the things that you provided to us, that lovely knowledge that you brought. So I know you've been graciously giving us information about the Ember Cartel. So if you want to remind us why we don't want it to lead up to that, go right ahead.
Why we don't want them to have it, or why we don't want to be there at this?
Pretty much both. Pretty much both.
Well, the Ember Cartel is pretty massive. Don't know how many are going to be in on this. I only knew a few of the key leaders, and they seem very formidable. As for why we don't want them to have it, your guess is as good as mine on that one. They just tell me what to do and do it. Oh, Dragonborn has a question.
The Gran wants to know if any of them can manipulate time and space.
Not that I saw. More so thoughts. There's an enchantress who can control people.
Nothing to worry about them.
That was a really good question.
I know.
Figuring. Roll me an Arcana check, please. And hey, man, this is the first roll of the campaign.
Oh, this is the first roll.
This is the first roll.
It's a 15.
15. Okay.
All
Is-
right, not bad.
Is your
Feels like a 15 campaign.
is your doodling in your dice, your book, not your dice, Um, and processing the knowledge, and a little bit as it comes to you, there's this amethyst gem, and you find yourself like tick-like reaching into your pocket and grabbing and rubbing the talisman that you have and the empty sockets.
Smooth textures calm minds.
You just get a little insight, arcane insight. And you feel something you haven't felt since you've had possession of this. A part of it is close. Not in this room or in this building, but an airplane coming into an airport in the radar. It's like you feel something come near that has a pull to this. Sorry, I didn't mean to break RP on that.
Well, gentlemen and lady, we have another question. Yes.
Not really a question, but have you ever been to the ship and respite?
Me personally,
Yeah.
I don't believe so. No.
Well, one thing you should know is it's gonna be busy as fuck now with this fight coming up. So that could play to our strengths.
Yes, you again with the book.
You
Vigrin.
by busy as you put it. Did you mean lots of peoples?
Oh, loads. Lots of drunk people, people fighting.
And his entourage is gonna be there too, so you can't forget that.
The land disdains people.
Yeah, maybe Fig and I could probably, we could supervise from the outside or from here, maybe.
I'm sure we could get you a nice corner booth.
I mean, can we get you a room?
We cannot trust the location of the gem to simpletons. It is why you and Figureland are here.
Right. That's a good point. Hold on.
Mildly offended with that.
Can I, DM? Can I do some sort of I need to do a check that involves ranking the smartest people in the room. I need to
Insight, totally.
Okay.
Insight or perception could get you that. It would just be in different ways. If you, it would be.
They're both the same and equally bad for me. So I'm gonna go with insight. Okay. All right. So I got.
Apologies.
Figuring made a good.
Elric taught me to say no offense.
No. I just think that. One of us to be in, because simple things together probably get lost the wrong thing. All right. And maybe you and I could draw straws, and we'll see which one of us be there with them. The other one could stay and do research.
As they're kind of discussing among themselves, Killian will just kind of clear his throat. Well, there is a side door here that people who get kicked out of are pushed through. So that is potentially a way in. Not that I know from experience, but I've seen it.
Or a way out, as you would know.
We didn't want to get into that, but there is a door here, and he'll circle it on the map.
Yep.
Celeste, do you think you could get us in with the prince with your clout? Would you want to meet the fighter? the big night?
It really depends because I'm on the roster for the day, and if we get matched up, we will have a face to face. So there's a chance that there is going to be this show off of the two fighters. So that could be a thing.
Oh, honey, we are going to make a show.
Does this one wants to know? Does the principal clan know what he carries,
Um,
or does he just think it's a trinket?
Probably like a family.
Yeah, here, it's not really like so. I'll come at this from 2 points. The information that the Veiled Agency has gathered, it doesn't appear that he knows. And Cyrus, from your end, it's more a value thing, and I mean, almost like why would the Veiled Agency just be interested in a gem if the Ember Cartels see it as a coin? Why do they want it? Which makes you think other things, but
Right.
but for his, no, I mean not directly. There, I will say Prince Kale, he does come here once a year. It's like his thing. Think of him as like a young elephant folk jock, right? That likes MMA. Like he likes to he's 20 and in college, and he likes to get drunk and fight.
Mate, I have not traveled very far, and common is not the Gladys first language, but what is the word? When you put money on people.
Betting.
Yes, betting.
Stephen
I'll
Smart, but you don't know the word
I'll
bet.
flip into Gnomish and start questioning Otto about gambling, like just Gnomish gibberish.
After barking, squeak.
Yeah.
There's a lot of betting at the ship in Respite, but they
Ship-
don't take kindly if you cheat.
Shipwrecked and respite.
All right, shipwrecked and respite.
I'm a little annoyed you keep getting that wrong, to be honest.
Listen, I don't
So-
even fucking ever remember leaving.
Seems like we have something of a plan. Should we go tonight to
Yes,
face
I
the place?
think I think we should use Celeste as a way in. Celeste, if you know any contacts, it's a big fight coming up. They got to be hiring new staff or something, so we can try and get some badges or something or outfits so that we look like we blend in at one point or another. I think we need to just do some recon, figure a way a bit in, figure a way a bit out. We got a couple options, and then maybe just gather a little intel about where that little bit of gem's gonna be.
Celeste is gonna look kind of physically annoyed with the way that Nyx talks and stuff. Just dominant girl versus dominant girl thing. And because she doesn't want to be in someone else in charge of her. So she's gonna say, yeah, happen to be friends with the promoter. So let me go talk to Katie and see if we can get someone in, or a couple of us in, or maybe even Killian in. Who knows? Shoot.
Killian,
You just
this is your first day that you can go back there. Like you
Oh,
you
fuck yeah.
you've been
He's gonna shimmer in his eyes.
Oh, I
He'll just-
I can tell this big boy is ready to go back.
He'll just look around. Looks like we're going drinking.
Oh, you're nasty little boy.
And he'll pull out his flask.
I'm gonna look around the room, just insightfully at myself, and be like, "What did I get into?"
Yeah.
So
So
I shake my head a little bit.
Cyrus, as you look around the room, you see from like the frosted glass. It's not like our frosted glass. It's just like age warped glass. You can see Thaddeus like looking in, and as you like scan around the room, you catch his eyes, and he like turns around and like leaves the thing. Like he's been looking in on you guys for this.
Yeah, I'm gonna just sigh a little bit. All right. Well, should we get moving then?
I mean, it depends. It sounds like I need to go in and procure some sort of entrance for a couple of us, and some of us maybe seem like
Yeah, we
really
need
regular
to-
patrons.
Yeah, that's what I was assuming. We could go in as patrons for.
Yeah. Killian, the cover is 2 silver on these nights.
And we're, is this a recon mission? Are we just casing? Or are we just walking in and we're gonna do this?
This is recon. I don't think it would be wise to just pull the trigger quite so. But
Okay.
if the
I'm just
opportunity is right there in front of us, maybe.
We leave in the morning.
Maybe.
I think we head out now.
The Grand was told he could sleep in his bed.
You'll be back for bedtime.
Obviously.
It's about
What time is it?
As long as this one is in his bed.
Equivalent to like us. It's probably like same time, 10:30 in the evening. You
Oh,
guys,
the fights should just be starting.
yeah. I mean,
Wait. How long did it take to get there?
it's
An hour?
It's about an hour. You guys,
Okay.
so the merchant ward, and I'll get you a map. I just don't want to give you something cheap. And everything I've tried to work on has looked not what I want. But think about it this way. Aquanor is a circle. All right? To the west side is the castle ward with the coral castle. The merchant ward takes up the middle third of the land, which is where you guys are on that, like on the edge of it. Then you have a residential ward that is built into like the mountains, and then you have the Stilts district, which is out in the middle of the circle, and the dock ward is actually a half a mile out into the sea. So you have to traverse through the merchant ward into the Stilts to get there. I mean, if you're moving, you can do it in like 50 minutes.
As long as Bertrand believes he'll be back in his bed tonight, he's agreeable.
Yeah.
All right. Glad we'll prepare. And he'll shut his book and he'll like roll out like this leather rollout and start placing out all these trinkets, like a crystal and a ruby ring and this amulet with a gem in it, and he starts just placing them out.
Ooh,
So
isn't that festive?
as he's doing that, Celeste will pound the table with her fists, and like a little ripple of shadow will come off and be like, "Well, it looks like we're gonna go have some fun. Let's go." And she
Fucking
will
go.
she'll stand up real quick, put her foot on the side of the table, and backwards jump over her seat. And then she'll look at Nyx and go, "Well, you look like you could be a hostess. Let me go get you an ID." And she's like gonna walk out.
There is one complication this one can think of. As he's like moving his gems back into place after Celeste hit the table and shook them all off. He's getting them all in order. My kind is not well received in most places.
Oh, now you're just trying to get out of it. If I have to go, you have to go.
This one is
Do you have
going.
Do you have any way to disguise yourself?
And he Figrin will pull out a gotta look at it.
His hood. He pulls his hood over. Tighter.
It pulls out a spell book again and looks at a spell. Remains memory and goes, yes, Figureland can do this for 1 hour. Then he'll shut his book back and continue to get back together.
All right. Well, down the road.
Guys, exit the main.
Figureland is not done preparing. And then he'll shove all the stuff back in the bag as everyone's starting to leave, but like really methodically.
Yep.
So he's trailing behind.
You guys exit the main room that you were in back into the waiting room. Exit that into a hallway that leads to a set of spiral stairs that you descend down into this massive welcome chamber. And the two big 10-foot arched wooden doors are shut currently, but you go up and you exit through a man door that is in the wooden doors onto the streets of Aquanor, where behind these walls it's been tense because the stone blocks the noise, and it's just a lot of whispers, or it sounds like whispers, due to the openness of the Veld Agency headquarters. As soon as you step out, the nightlife is popping. The streets are lit up in like light purples and blues and pinks and yellows and oranges. It's like a fucking neon rainbow in the streets. There are vendors doing selling like pop rockets and small fireworks and sparklers. There are food vendors, and there is one guy that's on like a unicycle that is juggling a couple flaming staffs, and it's just bright and different from the situation that you were in. But you guys, take that quarter step back as your eyes adjust to this and make your way west for a little bit before you take the south road, one of the main roads that heads down from the upper part that you are at into the stilts. As you approach the stilts, it's still lively. It just gets a little bit more like lively and uncomfortable point.
Seedy.
Yeah. Like there's like a fight going on outside of a tavern, and as you leave the lights behind you, it gets a little dim before, as you get onto the Stilts district, start making your way, you can see Shipwrecked and Respite lit up. As you make your way to Shipwrecked and Respite, you guys see Kathas, the main, and then you can see off to the eastern horizon, the bluish green moon just off to the horizon. Guys, make your way through the stilts. At one point, Killian, you get like bumped into by this urchin, and you spin around and you grab this kid by the bicep, and you can see it in his other hand, like he's trying to get away from you. You grab him, and he's got a handful of coin, and like one tink 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 tink, and splashes in the water, and he looks at you with these huge eyes.
I'll look at him and cast Thaumaturgy, and my words will come out more as a growl. It'll just say, "Give it here, boy."
Here, take it.
You owe me a coin.
Hops in, swims down for a second. About a minute later, gets up, hands you the coin. Sorry, mister.
See, was that so hard? And I'll give him 5 silver.
Thank you.
Next time, don't get fucking caught.
Yeah. But what's the point? Hi, Elroy! Alright, let's go get some funnel cake! Just meets up with the guy. You gather yourself and head on. All of you, as you get closer, it gets denser, and you find yourself walking in a single file line, but it's very snake and slinky. You ever been to a concert with a group of people, and you have to constantly be aware of your surroundings? Please, everybody, roll me a perception check.
And before we go in, I'll touch Celeste on the shoulder and say, "Good luck trying to get me in." And I'll cast guidance on her.
Ooh, tingly.
Set perception.
Dirty 20.
All right.
11.
18 here.
Oh. Killian?
16?
All right. Celeste?
That's a 4.
4. Okay. And Nyx?
It's a 6 for Nyx.
6 for Nyx. All right. Celeste and Nyx kind of leading this. Celeste, you find your way to the doors. Like it's more like a ramp that leads from the docks onto the shipwreck. And it's like you're going up, like, like you know what you're doing, and you're not really aware of your surroundings. You like turn around, you look, you don't see Nyx, but you can see the rest of the group, like coming up, and they're all fucking hand on a shoulder, kind of getting through the traffic. Nyx, it's like just getting spun around like 2 or 3 times, and then like a couple people like looking at you with that like awestruck, like they think you're like a rock star or something, right? You know, because you're beautiful and you're unique, and all of a sudden, like within a minute, you lose your group, and then you see them like 60 feet ahead of you going up the ramp, and there's just this huge crowd that's like in between where you are and where they are, and the rest of you guys, like you're together. You can see Celeste. You lose Nyx for a second, but as you're going up the ramp, you can scan back and you can see her. But there's just like this big group that you guys maneuvered through, but she got sucked into.
Should I head
Celeste,
back and pull her out of it?
yeah.
And just bring her up to the front.
No. This is Andy's punishment for my previous campaign's character not being lost for an entire season.
Episode 1.
Yeah, just let me get lost once.
I mean, yeah, Killian, you want to push through?
He'll just be grumbling as he pushes through.
Yeah.
Oh, I had nothing to see. Fucking move.
Get what? Come on now! Get in my way! And, you know, it's just like a bunch of groupies, you know, that.
He'll grab Nyx and start pulling her. Told you it was busy as fuck around here.
Nyx will say, well, you know, I'm so petite. It's hard to get lost, or it's easy to get lost. And as Killian pulls her out, she's gonna give him a bardic inspiration.
Ooh.
Bardic inspiration.
I feel so inspired.
So you, Killian and Nyx are on the tail. Otto, Figren, and Cyrus, you are following right behind. You see Celeste go in. Celeste, you see Katie with her clipboard. It's like prelims on Fight Night right now. They just got some slums down there that they probably pulled off the fucking stilts to you know, rub some dirt on them, make them look tough, and got them down there. But she's like shaking her out and using her charcoal on a piece of parchment.
Katie. Hey, Katie.
Hey. You're early.
Yeah, oh, you got the normal riffraff down there again?
And they're not fighting as good as, you know, normal riffraff is. Usually, you know, a couple rounds, and they'll just fight. But these guys, there's no, like yearn to win down there. It's like.
Tell them I'll like sign their shirt or something. Sorry. A quick favor to ask you though. I know you got a bunch of things happening lately, and I have a potential hostess for you if you have a spot open. Would you mind an extra?
Oh, no, not at all. Just tell her to see Gretchen, and she'll get Gretchen will get her him they whatever uniform they need. That's great.
She's pretty. It's fine. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
cool.
sure.
I got some friends coming in the door. Do you have a spot we can just plop some down real quick?
Oh, come on now. And she'll stop. Like, dead fucking look at you. She's like, you know the policy. You get 2 freebies on fight night, alright? I can't give you any more than that. The boss said no. So, hey, you know what? Tell them you're on my list, alright? Tell them to say they're on my list, and it's half price for them, alright? But this is the last time. We can't do this.
I'll make it up to you, I promise.
Alright. You better. Tomorrow. Telling you.
You betcha. And then I'll get everyone in. I'll let them know.
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 silver. 1 silver from everybody. Please take that off your sheet. Yes.
Andy, real quick, when we get inside the bar, I just do a quick check to see if anybody from the Embers Guild is there.
Yeah. Perception check. So, you all make it in. Killian.
Yeah.
As soon as you pay your silver, you see that guy, like, standing, like, kitty corner, like, and there's 100 fucking people between the door and that, and he looks at you, and he does one of these, and then he does that to you, he points over to the wall where your portrait is hanging still. But it's like not on the section of not allowed. It's just like, it's just like a finger, like watch these guys. It's, and he just.
I'll point back at him and just wave. So excited.
But now you guys get onto the open level of Shipwrecked. There are 2 bars on each end, huge, like 20-foot long, 10-foot, like U's going off, like legs going off of it. There's 2 bartenders at each one. There is fucking like 50 or 60 like round top, like high top tables here, and in the center you can see like an oval shaped marking, and when you get close it drops down about 20 feet, and you can see like a fighting pit, like a sand fighting pit that drops down into it, and you see like looks like 2 poor people fighting each other. It's just, there's a lot of booze going on and stuff like that. Yes, Killian.
2 things I wanted to look for. As we're walking around, can I see if there is anyone that resembles the description we heard of the prince or his head guard?
Okay.
And the second thing, I want to see if there's any of Korik or his group.
Gotcha. All right, so roll perception. Cyrus, what was your perception?
15.
15. Okay. You scan, like as you guys move from the entryway about 60 feet across the floor to where you get to the fighting pit, your head's on a swivel, and you do spot 2 individuals that you know to be involved. You don't know their names. It's the face, it's the like the garb, that they wear. They are on opposite sides. They look like recruits, or of that level. It's not, it's not anybody that you were involved with. It's just like spots,
Okay.
All right, and Killian, what was yours?
That would be a natural 1 for
Yeah,
a 6.
yeah. You know what? It's it's been a year. You forgot how busy this gets the night before a full moon. You know, and quickly, like you're wide, you're thick, you know, so no one like knocks you over, but it's like, you know, a 5'8" guy being around 20 people that are like 6'2" and up.
Yeah.
You know, at a concert, you know,
Yep.
and you just, it's hard to distinguish anything.
I'm just so excited to be back.
Yeah. All right, so you guys make your way onto the main floor. What's happening?
Did Nyx come in, or is she still behind, or?
No.
Once Nyx is in, she is like she's been here this whole time.
Yeah.
She's working, perusing. She's making her way to the closest bar, one of the twos, and she's immediately hitting on whatever bartender serves her first.
It's his name.
Doesn't matter anything. She's hitting on the bartender.
It's a human male. His name's Carl. He has like dark brown, almost black, slicked back hair into a long ponytail. He is observant, and Nyx, you quickly realize this guy's a good bartender, because like he's hitting all the cues with the customers as he like turns around to you, kind of like puts his hand under his chin, and you can see his blue eyes with his dark hair just give this unique you know, beautiful visual. And he says, so what can I get for you?
Oh, me? Oh, me? Oh, I'm so sorry. Me?
Yeah. You.
What's good? What's good here? What do you recommend?
Well, we got the
This
key.
is my first time here.
It's your first time.
Oh yeah.
All right then. And he goes back to the back of the bar. He grabs 3 shot glasses and puts them in his fingers, and he goes tuk, 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 grabs glass, uses his leg like to lift up and hit another draft like a spigot, and he puts a little bit into a tankard, and he brings over the tankard and these 3 shots, and he just waterfalls them down, and as he waterfalls them, the colors are like red, blue, and yellow, and they just create this like rainbow kind of waterfall down in.
Jeez, save some tiefling for the rest.
And then he goes, well, for you. This is a favorite.
Oh, wow.
It's the waterfall. If you have
Oh.
too many, you might say, don't go chasing waterfalls. But
Oh, wow.
no.
Yeah. Well, I'll have to come back here because, things get a little bit slippery when they're wet, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. So that's 5 silver.
Oh, yes. As she goes to reach into her pocket, she'll flick her hair, and says, "So, you clearly work here a lot. Who's like the most famous person you've ever like served?"
Well, we had Lord Fortunebane here. Ooh. That was once. There was Captain Blackthorn. I don't know if you're into pirates, but he was pretty cool.
I'm into black swords, if you know what I'm saying. And she slides the 5 silver his way.
Grabs
As
it.
this is going on,
Yes.
Celeste is gonna walk up behind Nyx, put her like firm, muscular, feminine hand on
Yep.
like, her shoulder blade.
Yeah.
Hey, Carl.
Hey. Yeah.
The answer's me. I'm one of them.
Hey.
Hey, Carl. Can I have my coconut drink, please?
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Nyx.
Yep.
Nyx, listen. You have a job. You're gonna talk to Gretchen to get your hostess position for the thing. Then you can do more. I guess you're schmoozing right now. I could smell it over there. Anyways, Carl, here's what I owe you.
Yeah. You know what? This one's on the house. Thank you.
You're such a dream. Thank you so much.
How could I not indulge a beautiful waterfall created by Carl?
Yeah. Nick, as like you would take your attention away from him, he tries to maintain eye contact as you turn. Then you see his eyes look at Celeste and look at you, and then he turns around and he starts paying attention to the rest of the
I'll see you
bar.
later, Carl.
So yes, you met. I'm supposed to meet with Gretchen.
Yes.
Gretchen, yes.
Yeah, so you just like make your way back across the floor to the about the front where you meet Gretchen, which is a white male, a female, like light blonde hair, kind of mommy, with a little bit of snark.
Knowing that she was going to potentially an interview, she's gonna chug her drink along the way and then discard it before meeting Gretchen.
Yeah. So, what are you here for? Hired by who?
I was told that there was some serving jobs here, and I love to serve, and I've
Perfect.
It's a job I've done before, and
We would love you to serve here. And she just grabs like the apron and gives you like a pad. Don't lose that. If you do, it is 10 copper off of your pay. So don't lose the pad.
and copper off my pay. Got it.
Yes.
Anything else here? What like who?
Celeste will walk up behind you again. Hey, Gretch. This is my friend Nyx. You'll want her with the top serving. Just so
Oh,
you
yeah?
know, she's a little special.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's got a touch.
All right. And she rips the pad out of your hand and replaces it with another pad. That one's 15 copper. If you lose it. All right. Please go up to the 5th floor and prep the rooms. We have a prince joining us soon.
Go up and prep the rooms. Okay. What is there any specific room on the 5th floor, or just any of the rooms?
The 5th floor is a room.
Oh wow. Oh geez. Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh, how elegant. How. Oh wow.
Chop! Get to it!
Okay. Oh,
Nyx. All right. Celeste,
got it.
it's on you.
Oh, you betcha.
I'd like,
She's a dream. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
See you next.
I'd
Sure.
like to state for the record that Figrin's been in the center of the tavern, standing. Like his tail is getting in people's way, but he is just standing there looking around.
What?
I'm gonna go up to Figrin and Otto and be like, why don't we grab a seat?
Come on, lads. We can get one over here. And I'll help
You're,
Cyrus shuffle
gently
him over.
They have a menu. They
Like,
have
come
some
on,
kind of,
this way.
Yeah.
kind of menu.
Yep. They have light and dark ale.
Oh, no, I don't need to. I mean, do we have like a paper? Do we have something, or is it just like on a wall?
The menu? Yeah, it's paper.
Paper, perfect.
I would say, like, it's like going to a sports bar with the round tables where there's like a stand in the center that has, some kind of napkin and some cheap condiments and a drink menu and like some appetizers.
Excellent. I'm gonna take the menu and I'll start studying it for a while. And
Friggin will
follow
sit down.
whoever being Pharrell.
Yeah. Friggin will shuffle with them, and when we get to a table, I'll just shove everything that's on the table to one side and pull out my book. And I'm just gonna start preparing stuff and making notes and observations and continuing my studies.
Didn't we talk about maybe getting rid of the tail?
I think it's kind of too late at this point.
This one cannot remove appendages.
No, disguising your...
Gotcha.
No, we did not discuss time and place for that.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Fair.
Like, what's your specialty? The arcane arts.
So, the plan is, what was that, all?
I don't mean to speak for him, but crystals. Guy's like way into crystals. You know what I mean?
The grand is crystals are superior in arcane focuses, but the grand specialty is and I want to like look around. Do I see anybody like really drunk?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like,
I want to wait till I see someone like fall or do something stupid or fumble, something like that. I don't know. If someone's in a fight, like I don't know.
Yeah, easy enough. You I mean, at this, it's pushing midnight now. You can see.
The grand normally does not like contact, but in order for you to be a part of this, please place your hand on my shoulder, or body part, or arm.
I'll place my hand on his arm.
I'm gonna wait till I see someone like drunkenly fall, and like spill a drink, and then I'm gonna I'm hoping that with him touching me, this flavor. I'm gonna use my chronal shift, and I'm gonna reverse time around them to have them not spill their drink or fall, or at least start all over again so they can just do it again.
Yeah.
But fall in a different way.
Yeah.
But my hope is that with touching me, Cyrus can see that happen.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's a very unique magic, Cyrus. As this shift happens. This is a tie. What's the class this spell falls under?
It's not a spell, it's a feature.
Okay. All right, even better. As he does that point in the center, you feel a break in reality for a second, and then comes back, and like the person that he cast it on, like the liquid goes back into the tankard, and they turn around, like they bump and they catch themselves. Hey, what's you doing? Hey, come on now, man! And then, like it's just that unique exchange through drunk people.
And in that moment, I'll say you'll see Figurin gets like just a little bit tired and kind of takes a big breath. And he goes back to his study and says nothing.
That's powerful, powerful magic.
Yeah,
Honestly,
Figurine is
impressive.
very powerful.
Who has the item for duplicating?
That would be I.
Now between us, probably get this done tonight if you guys wanted to.
That is
I thought you said this was
quicker.
really-
I like where your
We
head's
should
at,
not
Cyrus.
stray from the plan.
Well, it's just
we barely had it.
one, there wasn't a plan. Two, if we, can find out what room he's in tonight, I can just sneak in there tonight while he's sleeping, copy the item, grab the original, and get out.
But you do not have the gem that copies the item. This
Well,
one does.
Right. You could
Yeah,
come
how
with
would you
me,
sneak Pigrin into the room? That
or you could give
seems
me the gem.
likely.
Figurine was given the gem.
Yeah,
Got it.
I am also a practicer of the arcane arts. I know how to use it.
What is Tiefling's specialty?
Cyrus is my name. And as for my specialty, like I said before, I'm great at infiltrating. I'm damn good in a fight with blades.
That is not arcane arts. And he'll go back to his book.
What kind of experience do you have with, duplicating items?
I'm gonna cast minor illusions on Figurine's book so that it appears right next to him. So there's two Figurine's books.
Yeah, Killian. With this.
What's the DC to see through that?
I don't know.
It's
It's your DC.
yeah. What's your DC?
14.
Yeah.
14
Kill-
intelligence.
Yeah,
I
Killian.
think the spell says what roll I have to do.
Killian.
It says investigation.
I rolled a natural 20.
as figuring you see through this, Killian, as this is cast, there's a tension now. You can see from the guy that you marked that kicked you out previously. He's like, now he's looking and he's moved from 60 feet away to 30 feet away. And he's looking at your table, and you can see him reach out to a couple of other security guards.
Seeing that, I am going to get up, and as I get up, I'll put my hand on Cyrus, be like, watch these two while I'm gone, and cast guidance on him. And I'm going to head over to the bouncer, who I'm assuming is still missing a tooth.
Yeah, totally.
I'll head over to him and just stand there a little awkwardly.
Yeah, hey, your name's barely off the wall. And you're back
No,
already.
first night, I fucking love this place.
Hey, no shady shit again.
Hey, between us, sorry about the tooth. It was a bad night.
You see him put his tongue through the tooth as you say that. I'm watching you. And the hooligans that you're with. I don't want no shit around here. We got a big weekend. I will fucking throw you in the water again. I
Do
don't
me a
care.
favor. Look at them. Do you think they're gonna cause any trouble?
I don't
Look at them. We're being nice. We're taking them out for a couple drinks. They don't get out much. They study, and it's a boring life at school.
Make a fucking persuasion check.
I've now taken sort of a page from
inspiration.
Big's book, and I've got a quill out, and I'm making notes on the menu.
Okay.
That's 12.
12. All right.
Yeah.
No funny business.
Hey, I'm not getting banned again for another fucking year.
It's
I love this place.
next time. It's not a year. It's 2 strikes and you're out.
I always thought it was 3. But
No.
All right.
I don't know
Alright.
where you got 3. That's a silly concept. 3? Who would want 3 strikes? It's 2. It's, hey, you got fucking caught doing something you know you shouldn't be doing. And 2, you got caught again. You're fucking out.
All right.
What?
As an apology, I'll offer you a sample of this, and I'll hand my flask over to him.
He'll look at you right in the eye, like untrusting.
Yeah.
Just gonna give it a sniff. But as he sips it, he's gonna like turn his back to the room so no one sees him take a sip
Yeah.
because he's on the clock. You know?
Yeah.
It's like you sneak a slip. All right. That's good. 2 strikes, you're out.
All right.
He's gonna
Take the flask back.
fucking grab it from you and take another swig.
I told you it's fucking good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Best stout you'll ever have.
All right. He'll move back to his normal position and give you guys a bit more room now.
And then I'll head back to the table.
Celeste will sort of visually welcome you back, and then she'll go, did he threaten you? Did he threaten you?
Oh no, just argument among friends. He didn't even get a new tooth.
No, I don't think anyone in town can fix it. Honestly, you did a good job. You did a really, really good job.
It was a good hit.
Did he do the 2 thing? It's supposed to be 3.
It is, but I think he counted twice the same incident.
She's gonna lean over the banister and like lock eyes with him and yell like, I can't believe you can count to 2.
Oh no.
And then she'll turn back to the table.
He stops for a second, and as you say that, and he catches his attention, and he stops for a second. He doesn't look back, but like he hears it and acknowledges it. You hear a oh, and it's like from below, one of the fighters just cracked the other one and broke the lower part of their jaw, and blood just spins out as they go unconscious, and you see the fighter that delivered the blow just like drop down to 4s, and their face is just beat the fuck up, and they're like and then the cheering like continues and the crowd goes back up.
Guys, I don't mean to be an alarmist here, but I don't need food.
You don't want the food, you want the drink. That's what you come here for.
Oh,
Do they even have a kitchen?
Yeah, they
Yes.
they serve appetizers. It's like turkey leg. It's pretty much like loaded scalloped potatoes. And there's some like scalloped potatoes with gravy and goat cheese. There is fresh vegetables, which totally aren't fresh. They come with like a really cheap ranch. Like, you know, the ranch that no one wants to eat because it tastes so cheap. It's like...
Figran's like reading his book. He starts shaking his head. Alcohol interferes with range communications. Can affect your mood and behavior. It makes it hard to think or move coordinatedly.
what he said.
I mean, once again, he's right.
Celeste is gonna
Guilty.
lean into the table and and she'll So I think I overheard you guys a little bit. Our
Yeah.
girl Nyx, I got her on the inn, and she is up to said prince's room this evening, actually, to infiltrate into things.
Good.
So we've already got an inn there. Maybe she'll find something. I'm not sure, but I mean, that is currently happening right now.
Nick steals the gem, and then I copy it, and then Nick returns the gem.
You got it.
But the prince is here yet, right?
No. He's on his way, but
Can I cast locate object?
all right. What are you gonna?
I want to try and locate the amethyst. But since I haven't seen it, I believe it only shows me the direction in which it is.
Yeah, it's...
Within 1,000 feet.
Oh,
So it might not even show.
no, it does. It does. It's coming from the south towards you. Probably about 700 feet away and moving towards you. As you it's a concentration?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, so as you like concentrate on it, you feel the movement is coming at you, but it is still off.
Ooh. The gem's about 700 feet that way. Oh, 690 now. Ish.
What?
We don't need to
Okay.
count down, but it's good to hear. And just so everyone knows, they don't like seeing magic happen here, so if we could keep it on the down low. Okay, guess out.
Okay.
Hey, I don't mean to overstate the obvious, but why am I here again? I mean, I feel like I could have been supporting perfectly fine from back in...
You are our backup in case anything happens.
You're an important member of the team.
Right.
He's someone who can think on their feet and put all the things together.
Hey,
That's a good...
right at you, Otto, and just goes,
All right, I'm gonna go back to making notes on the menu, and basically I've been counting as many people as I can see, and then sorting them into categories. First by gender, then by presenting race,
Okay.
then into subcategories like are they wearing laces or buckles?
All right. So, before we get into the nitty and gritty, it's 11:30. I think that's a good point for us to end tonight's session as Celeste, Figren, Killian, Cyrus, and Otto are at a table in their doing their own thing. Well, Nyx has managed to gain access as an employee, and we'll begin next session with Nyx up in the quarters, and then you guys can roll from there. Right? Is that good? You guys good?
Damn!
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I want to keep playing, but
I know.
Yeah,
It's,
100%.
I mean, but the next segment's gonna be like a solid 45 hour, and I don't want to push that.
Yeah.
So, all right,
Feels
hey,
like we just got started.
yeah. All right, there we are. Chapter 1. The group group is doing their thing. It's locked in, man. I like it. we're off this Saturday unless someone does one shot. I'm not running Scent. And next Tuesday we'll be back with Arcanus Rebirth. So yeah. And then that's the good stuff. I mean, hey guys, this chapter 1 of campaign 2 is in the books.
One at a time.
Crazy.
In the
That's
book.
crazy.
Oh man. I
In
gotta,
2 weeks is
Felt-
chapter 2.
feels good.
yeah.
Feels good.
I like it. I like it.
How
I
do
like
people
it.
know to tune into this stuff?
Oh shit, dude. I
Isn't
forget.
there a thing you can like follow? Is it called follow? Maybe
Is it-
subscribe?
Follow, subscribe.
And it gives you a little notification.
Oh,
Yes.
there's a
Come
little
online.
bell icon, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, he figured out the button.
All right. So click it, right? You gotta click it.
Click
Click
it,
it,
definitely.
and then you get notifications on your cellular devices that we're online.
Just click
Click it and
it. Oh, just click it. All you gotta do is click it.
And only you can prevent forest fires.
Yeah. All right.
Oh,
And
wrong
we're
one.
rolling a 1.
Got it all in there.
All right.